administration needs to listen to the voice of its employees.
Frustration within Rochester Community and Technical College. After 18 months on the job, students, staff, and faculty are questioning the leadership of RCTC's president. Good evening and thanks for choosing ABC6. I'm James Wilcox. In a series of letters addressed to the Office of the Chancellor, faculty and students expressed concern regarding Leslie McClellan's administration. ABC6 News anchor Laura Lee joins us in studio tonight with our latest ABC6 investigation.
James, for weeks we have been investigating controversy surrounding RCTC President Leslie McClellan. This week the RCTC Foundation is getting backlash about spending at the Centennial Gala that was held back in September. To be clear, the foundation is a separate entity from the college.
The RCTC Foundation thought that this would be a great platform for a fundraiser.
Along with the glitz, the glamour, and the giving was a steep bill. Take a look. ABC6 obtained a copy of a preliminary expense report. Of note, the number circled here, nearly $8,900. That's how much the college took home after expenses. But that doesn't account for $20,000 for a jazz band from New Orleans, putting the foundation in the red.
The loss runs about $4,000 to $14,000. Okay, that's the loss. But I think it's important to keep in mind, first of all, we're dealing with the foundation. The foundation is solid.
A complete contradiction from the press release issued by the college. Des Lewis, the foundation's interim director of donor relations, saying this was one of the most successful fundraising events in our 100-year history. When ABC6 News contacted RCTC to speak with Lewis, we were told to talk to the foundation's board members.
Nobody had any idea how much money we made, what were the expenses, and how much would be the profit. And for anybody to have said it was profitable, or that it broke even, or that it was loss, it was no more than guesswork.
Pete Sandberg is a foundation secretary. He says the results of this event should not cast a shadow over the foundation's work.
This band, this $14,000 shortfall is something less than 1% of the $1.25 million that we have awarded in scholarships over the past 5 years.
However, the foundation's treasurer, Jacob Peterson, says in hindsight, some of the expenses were too extravagant given the low turnout. Now money from the foundation's unrestricted funds will have to be used to help pay for the gala.
How does the foundation allot that kind of money for those purposes that are not meant for scholarships?
Did we know to the dollar, to the dime, to the penny what we were getting into? The clear answer to that question is no.
This is the $35.95 for the medallion.
Unnecessary spending at the college has also raised some eyebrows. According to RCTC Vice President of Finances and Facilities, Steve Schmall, the college operates on a $40 million budget, and this year allocated up to $100,000 on centennial spending. Included in that was a $3,600 chain of office worn by President McClellan during her installation and a nearly $7,000 mace to be used at commencement ceremonies.
These two are what you would almost refer to in the academic vein as artifacts to go forward in history.
Called a career and technical.
But faculty members question the administration's priorities as the college faces a drop in student enrollment.
When you talk about laying off faculty, and there were a couple of those this year, and then spending money over here, that's the kind of thing that definitely faculty are angry about. And I know that.
And those concerns faculty and student leaders have with President McClellan's personnel decisions is the focus of our next investigation. We requested an interview with Leslie McClellan. She declined to comment until MnSCU has responded to our data request for information about hiring at RCTC. Now we're still waiting back to hear from them. In the meantime, Chancellor Stephen Rosenstone issued this statement today saying, quote, "I'm aware of the concerns that have been expressed. From my perspective, the campus community is engaging in open and honest discussion about some very important and very sensitive issues, and I support the ongoing dialogue." For full disclosure, we do want to note that ABC6 News General Manager David Harbert is a member of the RCTC Foundation Board.